Some people have asked us what Forum for the Future is and what role MELA plays for it, and we hope this video gives you a bit of clarity. In 2021, Forum for the Future started out as a collaborative early childhood event hosted by 3 partners and grew into a statewide coalition that imagined what can be possible for young children when we work together and advocate with one voice. The coalition agreed upon a shared vision that Mississippi's young children and families need an early childhood system that's state-of-the-art, fueled by robust data, resources, and cross-sector collaboration. While the coalition has a vision and many different recommendations for what Mississippi children and families need, Mississippi doesn't yet have a common prenatal to 5 advocacy and policy agenda shared between organizations and advocates. This means that it can be challenging for us to make much progress. Forum for the Future is an education and advocacy coalition dedicated to facilitating the creation of that common agenda and helping the prenatal to 5 community work together toward it. How? First of all, let's imagine that these Mississippi advocates, organizations, parents, and providers have decided to go on a train adventure together. Right now, a group of cross-disciplinary leaders called the Steering Committee have agreed that the long-term destination is a state-of-the-art early childhood system, and 80 people agreed upon some steps for advancing childcare in Mississippi. But the trip group is still working out details about which route to take for child health and strong families, or which stops we'd like to make along the way. Before we can leave for this trip, we need a clear, agreed-upon prenatal to 5 itinerary, or a common agenda. This common agenda is critical to our trip success because without it, we won't be able to agree on how to get to our destination, and we'll spend most of our trip confused. At this point in the trip, MELA serves as the Forum's travel agent. We are not deciding where to go. We are providing help to Forum members as they make decisions together about where to go based on previously collected experience, research, and partner organizational priorities. The Forum's data partners, like the Systems Change Lab at Mississippi State, shares research to help the group make the best possible plans. And throughout the planning process, many members of the Forum will continue to make edits to the draft trip itinerary based on their own priorities and ideas. Once the full travel group has come to a consensus, then the travel agent writes up the plan and presents it back to the group for feedback so that everyone knows where they're going. Once there is agreed upon common agenda, it's time to get going. Let's picture the Forum for the Future as the train that will carry people together to the destination. It will make stops along the way and pick up more people as we move forward. You could say that the Forum is the vehicle for our collective momentum for Mississippi's young children. And every train trip needs an engineer. The engineer actually drives the train, guiding the train and all the people on it to the destination and stopping along the way at critical points. MELA is not the train engineer. Depending on what priorities are at each stop of the trip, different Forum member organizations may act as the train engineers, bringing their experience and leadership to the collective advocacy or policy work. MELA's job is less leadership and more logistical. You might think of MELA like the service attendants and the mechanics. Someone has to make sure that there's fuel for the train and that passengers have what they need and know what's happening. MELA's job is to make sure all of the logistics are taken care of so that the trip takers can get to their destination together. MELA exists to play the support role so that all of the other partners can bring their own unique leadership, knowledge, skills, and experiences to help reach the destination together. So what is Forum for the Future? It's a shared vehicle for our collective momentum for Mississippi's young children. If you're a member or supporter, you have a critical role to play to help develop the common agenda and advocate with us to get there. As a coalition, we can raise our voices and work together to make Mississippi the best place for babies and families in the nation.